Hi, guys. Thank you for taking the time to view my video. I am Coach Adrien, and I'm always very grateful for your viewing. I just want to remind you that our clinics are designed to help people make happy choices in the everyday decisions that they make. The first day I went to a gym, one animated role model, a senior, shouted to me, and I never forget that. He shouted, "Joe Wieder, no pain, no gain." My recent pain and suffering with my sick wife has forced me to reflect on that first experience in the gym. The unbearable pain in her suffering and the unforgettable joy in her recovery. But what are the underlying messages in that so-called Joe Wieder phrase, no pain, no gain? Well, two things pop up in my mind. Because the statement was made in the context of the gym, particularly in the context of weightlifting, it says to me, if you want results, you must experience pain and suffering. Secondly, in an applicational sense, the phrase says to me, if you want anything, you will achieve it with pain. However, in my research, I found an interview with Joe Wieder where he explained the phrase. He explained that the pain that is referred to is muscle pain, and that is during exercise. He said it is not joint pain or chest pain, but a mild aching of the muscle. He said any severe pain is a sign of injury and you should stop. He said a small degree of pain indicates that work was done and growth will occur as a result. He further explained that one may experience a small degree of soreness in the muscle for a day or two after the workout, but it wouldn't be anything that is close to unbearable. In fact, according to him, it's more like invigorating. That's what Joe said. Now, even if by nature we tend to seek pleasure and avoid pain, pain and suffering is universal. In fact, the Christian literature teaches that the whole creation suffers. If you read the book of Romans chapter 8, you'll get the detail. Paul deals with the philosophical and spiritual explanation. And Paul also says, as a compassionate global part of the global family, we suffer with those who suffer. So what are we saying? Pain and suffering is a fact of life, an everyday normal, an all-inclusive experience, an experience for everyone, irrespective of your color, your class, your creed, your gender, your age. You're going to suffer pain and suffering. Suffering can make us more resilient. The literature says it can make us better. It makes us endure hardship, just as a muscle, in order to build up, must endure some pain. The literature says that our emotions must endure pain in order to strengthen. Our emotions must endure pain in order to strengthen. Now, even the atheist Nietzsche, he says, what does not kill us makes us stronger. Helen Keller, Now, you remember Helen Keller. She knows what suffering is like in her lifetime. She said, and I'm going to quote it, character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can we be strengthened, can our vision be cleared, and our ambition inspired, and success achieved. That's what the strong woman Helen Keller says. In the book of Romans, the Apostle Paul that we spoke about above, and I'm quoting Romans chapter 5, verse 3 and 4. He says, we glory in our suffering because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, character, hope. So it seems to me that God can use suffering not only to save us, as he did in the case of Jesus Christ, but to develop us into better people and stronger people. And of course, lest we forget, the model example of suffering is Jesus Christ. He endured insults, persecution, torture, and crucifixion. But through it all, he bought our salvation. He bought our rights back to the family of God. And he bought our entitlement to the blessing and promises of Abraham. He endured suffering that we can live forever. What about this for the joy of suffering? Now, I can hear you asking, where is the joy in a painful experience? Yes, I understand. I have been in that moment many times. I have watched my wife suffer and endured many sleepless nights suffering with her. So where was, according to you, where was the Joe Widows gain? Where was the Paul's joy? Well, let me tell you, it was the joy and happiness that I experienced as I watched my wife slowly recovering to health and wellness. I simply cannot describe it. It cannot leave my memory, and it has left me most resilient. So it seems to me, just as we cannot avoid pain and suffering, we cannot be robbed of the joy of suffering. The indescribable physical, mental, and emotional capital or asset that we gain from the experience, whether short or long. I had never thought of it this way. And these assets never lose their value. In fact, they appreciate with price. Oh my, did I say that? Yes, I said that. Take a moment and just reflect. These assets are priceless. So, what are we saying? We are daring to say that suffering does not make us worse off, but suffering makes the man, the woman, or the child better off. So here is the breaking news. Suffering is a signpost that better will come. And we always end our clinic by reminding ourselves of the two principles that help us make wise decisions. The first one is from William Penn. Wrong is wrong even if everyone is doing it. Right is right even if no one is doing it. And the other one is like unto it. Truth is truth even if no one believes it. And a lie is a lie even if everyone believes it. And we always finally end on our word to the wise. Our word to the wise this time comes from Apostle Paul that we have been quoting. And it comes from David, sorry, not from Apostle Paul, from David. David, a man who was well acquainted with suffering and pain, had to run for his life for many years, even if he had already been anointed to be king. In Psalm 44, verse 19, he said, the righteous man may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. That is magnificent. The man who is doing right, the man who fears God, the man who loves God, the man who have accepted Jesus Christ as his personal Savior, Lord, and King, may have many troubles, but the Lord will deliver him. And the same thing for the woman, from them all. For more information, you can visit my website, www.goadriens.com. Please look out for a new video posted on my YouTube channel, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter on the first day of each month. Connect with me, connect with Coach Adrien at my WhatsApp, my mobile, 869-668-9752, or via email, peter@goadriens.com. Thank you for viewing. Please, as I always ask, subscribe and like my video. If you endure the pain, you will certainly reap the reward. In fact, your reward in Jesus is already assured. The reward was gotten through pain and suffering. Oh, the joy of suffering.